Hi friends, welcome back to Mindful Success with Ngozi, a channel for professionals who want to grow in their career without losing themselves in the process. So let me ask you, have you ever had one of those weeks when everything seems like there's just a little bit too much? The deadlines won't stop coming in, your inbox feels like a trap, and everyone somehow wants something. Now from you. I've been there too. I remember a week when I had multiple deadlines, right? My phone was buzzing non-stop. I could literally feel my chest, tighten. I was working, but I was not present. My mind was racing, my body was tense. I was just trying to survive the day. That's when I learned something very important, something really important and very profound. So I learned that staying calm isn't just about when you have less to do. It's about managing what's happening inside when everything outside seems like they're out of control. So today, let's talk about how to stay calm when work, overwhelms you through the lens of emotional intelligence and mindset. So when you feel overwhelmed, it isn't just about the workload, it's about the perceived loss of control. You start thinking and feeling, I can't do this, I'm going to disappoint people, everyone is waiting on me. You feel out of control, right, of the situation that you find yourself in. Those thought triggers anxiety, they trigger frustration, they trigger sometimes guilt, especially if you are someone who loves and genuinely cares about doing a good job. So emotional intelligence starts right there. It starts with awareness. It's the ability to notice what you are feeling and name it and not judge yourself for it. I'll take that again. It's about the ability to notice what you are feeling. You're able to name it and not judge yourself for it. So next time you feel like your head is spinning, you feel like you're not sure of how to manage things around you, and I need you to do something. I need you to pause, and I need you to ask yourself something. Right? It's okay. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I feel anxious. I feel stressed. You need to name it. You'll be surprised that the moment you name it, you begin to feel like you're in control and you're in charge again of the situation. So I begin to regain your power to fix, whatever you find yourself in. Right? Thank you. So when you feel overwhelmed, it's not just about the workload, it's about the perceived loss of control at the time. You start thinking, I can't catch up. I'm losing it. I'm going to fail people. People are counting on me. I'm failing. Those are real emotions that come to your mind at the time. And these emotions or these thoughts, they trigger certain reaction. You begin to find out that you feel frustrated, you feel anxious, you feel overwhelmed. Sometimes you even feel guilty. That's true. Sometimes you feel guilty, like you feel guilt-tripped to feeling, I can be better. These are real issues. These are real things that we all deal with every day. Especially if you are someone who genuinely cares about doing a good job. These things happen. So I would say that that's exactly where emotional intelligence starts from. Is that awareness? Yes, I'll say it again. It starts right there. It starts with awareness. So awareness is the ability to notice what you're feeling. Right? You're able to notice, yes, I'm feeling this way, and you're able to name it and you don't judge yourself for it. Yes, name it and do not judge yourself for it. So the next time you feel like your head is spinning, things are out of control, pause and ask yourself, right? Pause and say to yourself, okay, I'm overwhelmed. Yes, I'm nervous. Yes, I feel stretched. Guess what? You'll be surprised that the moment you're able to name it, you begin to regain control of the situation all over again. Trust me, it works. And so now, let's talk about what to actually do in those moments of chaos. For me, I'll say the first step is to pause. I said that in my last video. Pause before reacting. Most of us, we don't understand the power of pausing. You know how we're always feeling very impulsive. Something happens and you're quick to want to react, you're quick to want to respond. No. In those moments of chaos, the first thing you really need to do is pause. Take a deep breath, right? So when your emotions rise, your brain wants to rush. It's very typical. Your brain wants to be in a hurry to fix, wants to respond, it either wants to fight or flee. This thing really happen, So instead, you need to do something. You need to take 3 slow, deep breaths. You breathe in. So really not in that manner. But you take 3 slow, deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Then, that tiny pause, it sends a signal to your brain. When you're breathing in and breathing out, you're giving yourself that calm, you're creating that sense of calmness in your mind. And it sends a signal to your brain that tells you that you're safe. That signal is telling you that you're safe. And all of a sudden, you can now find that clarity. Your decision become more clearer. You're able to take control of the situation. The second thing you need to do also is to pause, right? And reframe the situation. Now, you have paused for calmness. The next thing you need to rephrase the situation. You need to ask yourself salient question. Why am I feeling out of control right now? I said that. You need to ask yourself, why am I feeling out of control right now? Yes, it's obvious. Everything seems very chaotic. There are multiple deadlines. People are calling you. You're feeling that things are out of control. So rather than get frustrated, rather than get angry, rather than be willing to throw in the towel, you need to stop and reframe the situation by asking yourself a question. What is within my control? What is within my control? By the time you start asking yourself that question, clarity now begins to come in, So maybe it's a little fix here, you can reprioritize, you can begin to restructure your work. By the time you ask yourself that question, you now begin to find clarity on how to deal with the situation. It could even be that you just need to take a walk to clear your head and come back. It could mean that you need to go out of a particular situation or a particular environment so that you can focus. So when you need to ask yourself that question, you need to know what exactly is within your control. Do you need to ask for help? Are you stuck? Sometimes speaking to someone could even be the solution to your problem. So you need to ask, do I need to ask for help? Or, can I just start over again tomorrow? Yes, the deadlines are very tight, but can I just do this again tomorrow? So reframing the situation is very, very, very important. So the next thing you need to do is avoid emotional contagion. And what do I mean by that? Sometimes when people are around you are panicking, you don't need to join them. Right? You don't need to join them. Like I'll say again, the next thing you need to actually do is avoid emotional contagion. So when people around you is panicking, you do not need to join them. Yes, you need to remove yourself from that situation. Don't join them. Everybody's panicking. You can't afford to be one of them. No. You're emotionally intelligent. You're smarter than that. You know more. You know better. So do not join them. Do not join the drama. Remove yourself from that drama. Remove yourself from it. Center on yourself first. Focus on yourself. Remember, you have reframed the situation, right? And you have asked yourself, what is within my control? So you need to now center yourself first. Your calm energy, trust me, you would often help others to settle too. So, and this is a trait of someone who's emotionally intelligent, right? You're emotionally intelligent, so it has to show at work. It has to show in the way you deal with issues. It has to show in the way you approach situations, in the way you problem solve. So do not forget this. Avoid emotional contagion. Do not join others. Do not panic with people. Center on yourselves first so that you can begin to approach the situation more practically. Alright? And then finally, you need to check your body. You need to check your body. Sometimes you find that your shoulders are stiff. Your shoulders are stiff. You need let it go. Your jaws are tight. Your jaws are tight. You just need to focus on your body. Check your body. What sign is your body giving? What are you exuding? Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. It will do you a lot of good. Take a deep breath. Sometimes stress is just sitting, right? Sitting on your body, on your shoulder, on your chest, and sitting on you just for your to-dos. Yes, sometimes stress sits on us more than our to-dos. Trust me. So when you take time to take a deep breath, to clear your head, to take a good laugh, take a walk, you find that clarity and you're able to come back to address the situation. So remember this, calm. Calm is not a personality trait though, at all, my people. It is not a personality trait. It is a practice skill. Take it from me. Calm is a practice skill. Remember that. If you don't remember anything from this video, just remember that I said calmness. Calm is not a personality trait. Nobody was born calm. It's a skill that has been practiced and perfected. So it has to take intentionality. You need to practice calmness, right? So see you in my next video. Thank you.